Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. It's a space in which we are somewhere. I sort of, before this, ate an entire pizza, and my stomach is full, meaning I get short of breath a little faster. So, I probably should have waited, but, you know, that was like an hour and a half ago. I ain't waiting any longer. This is recording time. So we're just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna be doing my best here. Meaning... to an even earlier time. Then explain the situation to me again. Kirisu's right. My actions so far have been almost entirely random, and look where that's gotten me. I need a real plan if I'm going to save Mayuri. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry, I became Mario there for a second. I don't know why. Kirisu stretches out her hand. I grasp it and pull myself up. I thought he couldn't go further back because they just built the thing. I don't know. Oh, man. Whew. Excuse me, first of all. Secondly, that was very satisfying. Mary and Dara are already back when we return to the lab. Suzuki is there too. To get rid of them, Kirisu and I explained that we forgot to do shopping. So could they please take care of it for us? Could they not argue then that why don't we go back out? Then again, I guess you could argue that you're unreliable. Who knows, really? Who knows? I have to cough up the money to convince them to go, but it works, and also it doesn't matter if I give them money or not. I understand why you can't tell Mayuri, but why can't you tell Hashida? I'll tell him when it's necessary, which is never, because I won't tell him. I don't plan to. For now, it's not, and I don't have time to explain. No time to explain. There's no time! Well, Kirisu sets up the machine. I head downstairs to the Brawn Tube workshop, kick the door open, and turn on the 42-inch CRT. That went more smoothly than I anticipated. It's highly illegal, of course, but I'll leave long before the cops get here. To a time where I didn't do this. That's the thing about time travel crime. It doesn't actually matter. See, I have the perfect crime using time machines. Now, as I say this, people will, snip it out and then explain it and be like, oh yeah, this is clear admission, so I'm obviously not going to do this if I say it out loud. So here we go. My plan, was to, hypothetically, I get a time machine and it works and it goes backwards. All those things are real in this scenario. Now, I go, let's see here. I go forward in time about a year and a half, grab some kind of thing I want, like a TV, computer monitor, whatever. I grab a thing. I steal a thing. And then I remember specifically the day I go to. Hypothetically, it's June 12th or something. So I go back in time to the present day with the thing. And I use it, and I make sure that everyone knows that I have this thing because I'm real proud. Hey, I could afford to buy this thing, haha! And, I make sure everyone knows. Then, by the time the June 12th date rolls around, the people there will note that it was stolen. Now, because I'm a smart boy, I have a perfect alibi of, I'm somewhere else at the time. I'm in a place with, cameras and shit, and, I'm with friends and all these things. There's not a hint of deception in my voice because I was there the whole night. I was bowling with friends. There's footage of me bowling at this bowling alley. So it's at the same time too. So you can't determine that I was lying. So they checked the in this case TV that I grabbed. I'm going on a random. Sorry. They checked the TV and it has the same serial number. It was manufactured, but it's old and it's been used. It's clearly used in. It's clearly broken in. And there's probably a stain or something, fucking paint on the back because I'm a messy person. There's dust on the top, so it's not new, but it has the same serial number. Now, people will be confused. They will be like, how is this? Because the first thought isn't, oh, he used time travel and he's a thief. The first thought is, what in the fuck? How? And they'll be like, I don't know. And then they'll probably, drop it, or I don't really know. But, it's a case of, you can't actually prove I stole it. So, it's a perfect crime. Kirisu looked shocked when I returned to the lab. They'll throw you in the slammer for breaking and entering. In a few seconds, it won't have happened. Kirsu hands me the headgear and I put it on. However, it will have happened because it's a different time. Oh, wrong button. I see. That's how it looks from your perspective. What does it look from my perspective? What happens after you leave? You'll know soon enough, and please get that information to me. I have no idea. I'm leaving behind so many versions of me that have seen Mary die. My consciousness travels to the past, that I know from experience. What about the body I leave behind? If time is a straight line, then it's likely that the present will be reconstructed based on my actions in the past. But if the many worlds interpretation holds, then after I leave, this world will continue on as if nothing happened. I used to be so fascinated by the structure of the universe, but now I really don't care. All that matters is saving Mayuri. Oh, excuse me. Kirsu's fingers stopped typing on the keyboard. What's wrong? It's nothing. I was just thinking. Maybe it works like a D-mail? The instant we send a D-mail, the present changes around us. Thanks to reading Steiner, only I remember what it was like before the change. That would make things easier, though I kind of hope you're wrong. Because you can't collect data if you can't record the change? Exactly. Kirsu nods and begins tinkering with the settings again. I set the destination to 5 hours ago. You should arrive around 1:40 p.m. I completed the time leap machine around 2. You remember? After 2. Barely. For Kirsu, that happened only 5 hours ago. For me, it feels like weeks, even though it was only like 2 days ago. Maybe it has been weeks. Nobody likes a man who can't remember dates. Be thankful that I make a habit of checking the time. I have a pretty good idea of what happened when. Also, that's not a thing to be upset about. Oh, he didn't remember when I built the thing. It's like the day. You remember the day, not the fucking hour in the day. Yes, you completed it at 2:01 p.m. with 47 seconds. Like, shut up. Kirsu finishes typing and turns to face me. Listen, Okabe, if you're going to keep using the time leap machine, there's one thing you must remember. Don't let go of your phone ever. It's your lifeline, your destination marker. As long as you keep it with you, you can leap to any time you want. But if you lose your phone, if someone else gets a hold of it, then if I leap to that time, my memories could overwrite theirs. I don't know what to imagine that might happen next. If it breaks or the battery dies. Yeah, also, like, it's a case of, like, you don't want to overwrite any of, like, their brain. But also, like, you are giving consent to the fact that your previous self is having their memories overwritten because that's your life, that's your decision to make. But it's not your decision to make for other people, so that's another thing there, too. So, like, you consent to your brain being overwritten by you. Other people can, but haven't consented to you overwriting their brain with you, so, you know. Then I won't be able to leap to that time. If it breaks, then I can get a new phone with the same number, but there will still be a period of time to which I can never leap. The time leap will fail. Once again, never let go of your phone. Or your phone number. I've had mine for almost 20 years now. No. At least over 10. Got it. After you leap back to this afternoon, just sit tight and don't do anything until I complete the time leap machine. If you accidentally prevent me from completing the time machine, it will likely wreak havoc on the timeline. As soon as I finish, declare that we will not experiment, then send everyone home. Ask me to stay, tell me the truth. If you say you came from the future, I'll probably believe you. How do you know? Who knows me better than myself? Kirsu grins faintly and stands up after she's done typing. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone wave into a time machine. Alright. When you told me about your time leap, I took it as proof that my theories were right. I was happy you succeeded, I really was. I didn't doubt it was true for a second. I see. Just to be safe, I should probably give you a passphrase. What I want the most right now is my own fork. What? It doesn't mean anything, okay? I just made it up on the spot. I don't actually need a fork, that's just the words. You want your own fork? I already have my own spoon. Wait, that doesn't matter. It's ready, now get out of here! Go, leave! I nod and called the phone, waving him so to change. She's embarrassed about the weirdest things. Be careful, and remember, I'm always on your side. Hirsu touches my shoulder, then steps away, not wanting to be sucked in with me. Ah, the sounds. Okay, so there's no hard gap. There's no hard limit to how back far you can go. Like, I thought it would be like a fucking hard limit. You cannot go back further than when it was invented. But you can. You just gotta be careful. You know, don't fuck anything up. I lay back on the sofa with my phone in my hand. Needles in my brain. A whining in my ears. It's less painful than normal. So that's telling. These sensations never get any easier to endure. I look at the clock. It's about 1:45. That's a high school baseball. There's a high school baseball game on TV. About 15 minutes, Karasu will finish the time leap machine. All it needs are some final adjustments, so there's nothing for me to do but wait. As the pain in my brain subsides, I realize that my head is throbbing. Why? Oh, I remember. Right before this, I had an argument with Mr. Braun in which he introduced his fist to my skull. Mary's at her sewing machine, working on her costume. Dare is at his computer, collecting moe artwork from the internet. Karasu's in the development room, upgrading the time leap machine. I sit motionless as the minutes tick by. Suddenly, the sound of the sewing machine stops. Ocarine, can you come here? Mary shows me her costume. Can you hold this for me? Spread it out like flap. Oh yeah, I remember this. Mayusha, say flap again. Flap. I got a flap. Okay. Stop it, perv. Follow Mary's directions and spread the costume out by the sleeves. Okay, thanks. Mary looks a little tired. She was working on this costume all night. But then she smiles, brighter than the sun. All done. I said something here, didn't I? What was it? I can't remember. I finished before Christian. We were racing. You win, Mayuri. Congratulations. But I'm finished too. Kara finishes connecting the two cords she's holding. Complete. Alright, that's my cue. We're not experimenting. Eh? What? Crap, was that too soon? I just finished and we're already shutting it down. What was I been doing for the past 3 days? Time leap presents a host of problems. I want to consider them all carefully. Huh? That's an unusually respectable opinion coming from you. Problems? I thought it was done. I'll explain later. Everyone's tired, so let's go home. We're not going to have a party to celebrate? We'll do that another day. It's important, leave. I managed to convince Dara and Mary to leave. I lent Mary my phone charger, not the phone, since we use the same brand of phone. Karasu tries to go home too, but I quietly keep her back.
Nani?
What? Are you upset? Yes. Probably because I shot her down right after she finished the time leap machine. She'll feel relieved later, but only after she has time to fully consider the implications. I came from 5 hours in the future. Karasu spares me with a piercing glare. Is that supposed to be funny? Her narrowed eyes make me believe that looks can kill. Don't glare at me like that. This isn't right. You're supposed to believe me.
Huh?
Why did you think I'd believe something like that? You told me so 5 hours from now, okay? Don't be ridiculous. I would never make such a baseless projection. I would like to have a word with future Kirisu. If this is how you're going to be, then you leave me no choice but to quote you word for word. When I told you about my time leap, you said, I took it as proof that my theories were right. I didn't doubt it was true for a second. Don't forget, it was my mad skills that turned the phone wave into a time leap machine. I don't talk like that. What you want most right now is your own fork. What? Kirisu's face suddenly turns red. You already have your own spoon, apparently. She said that. I'm gonna kill myself 5 hours from now. Don't say sentences like that. She appears genuinely shocked for some reason, but I'm pretty sure she believes me now. It feels like someone peeked into my heart, and that's someone who's Okabe of all people. What does she think I'm going to do? But I think I believe you. Tell me the details. I explain everything to Kirisu again. I'm able to organize my thoughts better since this is my second time. I see. If what you say is true, then we have a serious problem. There are 5 hours until Mayuri's death. We need to come up with a plan before then. Future me said that the chronology conjecture holds, but I don't think that's quite right. That conjecture says that according to quantum theory, time travel is impossible due to the danger of disrupting causality. But when you time leap, there's no chance of a time paradox occurring. Two of me don't exist at the same time, and I can't bring anything with me to the past, other than information, which is important. All that changes are the memories stored in my temporal lobe. So at the very least, time leaping can't cause a grandfather paradox. It can, however, cause a butterfly effect to my brain, where suddenly I need to be hospitalized because the fucking frontal lobe explodes in size, compressing on my skull. So I was right. The universe itself is censoring me, correcting any changes I try to make. If that's true, and then time leaping can't save Mayuri. Nothing you do will change the result. I can't accept that. Neither can I. The world is still trying to kill Mayuri. As a scientist, I refuse to believe such nonsense. What about the many worlds interpretation? I just need to observe the world where Mayuri doesn't die. The many worlds interpretation. That might have something to do with how Mayuri's means of death keeps changing. But it's supposed to be impossible for parallel worlds to observe each other. Why are you different? Because of my Esther power, reading Steiner. This is no time for your Chinubyu nonsense. There's no other explanation. You've mentioned that reading Steiner thing before. Are you actually serious? Why would I make up something like that? Our D-mail experiments prove that I can somehow perceive changes in the timeline when they occur. It's an ability only I seem to possess. I don't know, but I don't want to rely on something that may not even exist. Anyway, you can't control which possibilities you deserve, even if the many worlds interpretation holds true. It's unreasonable to expect that you'll ever find a world where Mayuri doesn't die. Wait, we're not getting anywhere. Instead of analyzing what I've done, let's think about what we can do. Everything won't change the result, I just said that. What do we do? Calm down, first of all. How can I calm down? Do you know how many times I've seen Mayuri die? I can't. Covered in blood, gasping for breath, the light fading from her eyes, again and again and again. And all I can do was watch. I hear my teeth grinding in my skull. Recalling that despair, that feeling of utter powerlessness, makes me want to lash out at everything within reach. Getting emotional won't solve anything. You're only calm because you weren't there. True, I don't know what happens 5 hours from now. To be honest, it doesn't feel real at all. But it's not like I don't believe you. You have to stay strong, Okabe. Kirisu pats my arm. She pats the top of my head. Her hand is warm and her touch is gentle. However, how American of her. Oh, the gentleness of the touch. How American. No, it's the touching at all. Apparently that's not a thing over there. As far as I've been told. Well, that'll have to be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, am Keywii. You've been great to yourself a delightful day. Goodbye.